And now Stellantis is sitting on a bloated inventory.
It's $100,000 now. So he's not going to buy the truck. It's going to sit on my lot at the higher interest rates we're paying right now for floor plan, and nobody's going to buy the truck.
The untold story of unsold cars. Have you ever driven past a car dealership and seen rows and rows of brand new cars just sitting there? It makes you wonder, what happens to the ones that never get sold? Do they get shipped back to the factory? Do they get crushed into scrap metal? Or do they just sit there forever? And here's the kicker. In the current market conditions, more car models are idling at dealer lots than ever before. Take the Dodge Charger, for example. Right now, dealerships have over 6,800 unsold Chargers with an average market day supply of 312 days. That means at the current rate of sales, these cars will sit for almost a year before they're sold. And the Charger isn't alone. Models like the Ford Bronco and Infiniti QX80 are also struggling to move off dealership lots. So, what happens to these cars when there are no buyers? Today, we're getting into the hidden fate of unsold vehicles in the U.S. Before we get into it, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe. Now, let's get started. To understand what happens to unsold cars, you first need to know how dealerships actually operate. Contrary to what people believe, car dealerships don't own the cars outright. Instead, they finance them just like you and me. The dealership takes out a loan to stock their lot with new vehicles, paying the manufacturer up front. That means every single car sitting there is costing the dealership money in interest, insurance, and space. So, if a car sits too long without selling, it becomes a financial burden. Dealers don't have the luxury of just holding on to inventory indefinitely. They need to turn those cars over fast to avoid losing money. But here's the catch. They can't return the cars to the manufacturer. Once the dealership buys them, they're stuck with them. One of the biggest challenges car makers and dealerships face is predicting consumer demand. Car manufacturers produce vehicles based on expected sales forecast and trends, but they don't always get it right. A new model that seemed like a great idea in concept may turn out to be a model nobody wants. To avoid this, usually dealerships monitor inventory turnover rates. The industry standard is to sell a car within 60 to 90 days of receiving it. But what happens when a car sits too long? Let's break down the 4 major ways dealerships move unsold inventory. Tactic number 1, price drops and incentives. The most common and obvious way to sell slow-moving inventory is to lower the price. A good example? Ford Escape. According to CarEdge data, dealerships across the U.S. are sitting on nearly 58,000 unsold units with a market supply exceeding 6 months. To combat this oversupply, dealerships are rolling out aggressive discounts and massive incentives to attract buyers. And it's not just the dealers themselves. Manufacturers also step in to help. If a particular model isn't selling well, the car company might offer additional incentives to help dealers move inventory. These could include 0% financing for a limited time, cash back offers, employee pricing deals, enticing lease offers. In addition, some dealers offer bundle deals like free maintenance packages, extended warranties, or special trade-in bonuses. Anything that gives buyers extra value without drastically cutting into dealerships' profits. But what if discounts aren't enough? That's when things get interesting. Tactic number 2, turning new cars into pre-owned cars. If a car refuses to sell, some dealerships take an unconventional approach. They turn it into a used car. How? By putting it into their loaner fleet. Most dealerships offer loaner cars for customers who bring in their vehicles for service. If a brand new car isn't selling, they might use it as a temporary loaner for a few months. After it's been driven by customers, it officially becomes a used car, even though it has barely any mileage. Once a car is classified